Your terminal just betrayed you. That's the chilling takeaway from a newly disclosed flaw in Google's Gemini CLI, an open-source, AI-powered command line companion that thousands of developers installed to speed up coding, debugging, and even chatting with Google's Gemini model. But here's where it gets controversial. The very convenience that made Gemini CLI irresistible also opened a backdoor wide enough for attackers to run any command they wanted on your machine, without you noticing. And this is the part most people miss. The bug wasn't a single coding slip-up. It was a perfect storm of 4 separate weaknesses: improper input validation, prompt injection tricks, misleading user interface cues, and the model's willingness to inspect untrusted code that attackers could daisy-chain into a silent takeover. How the attack works, in plain English: Gemini CLI's magic lies in 2 simple steps. 1. It reads context files, usually named Gemini.md, to understand your project. 2. It can spin up shell commands on your behalf via a built-in tool called Run Shell Command. Researchers at Tracebit realized that if they slipped a malicious readme.md file into any public or private repository you might clone, Gemini CLI would obediently read it. Inside that readme, they hid a payload disguised as an innocent grep command, something most developers whitelist without a second thought. By padding the real exploit with invisible whitespace, they made the terminal preview show only the harmless portion, effectively cloaking the nasty bits. Imagine cloning a popular Python utility, running a quick Gemini CLI review, and unknowingly giving an attacker root access while you sip coffee. No pop-ups, no scary red text, just silent execution. Google's lightning-fast response, Tracebit privately reported the chain of flaws on July 27, 2025, just 2 days after Gemini CLI's public launch. Google's security team shipped version 0.1.14 within days, closing every link in the attack chain. If you haven't updated yet, stop reading and run. npm install -google -generative AI CLI at latest. Skipping this step is like leaving your house key under the doormat with a neon sign. But wait, does sandboxing make you invincible? Google proudly highlights its multi-layered sandboxing, Docker, Podman, macOS seatbelt, and ready-made containers that isolate Gemini CLI from the rest of your system. Sounds bulletproof, right? Here's the spicy counterpoint. Sandboxing only helps if you actually enable it. By default, many users ignore the red text warnings and run the tool with full host privileges for just one quick task. That single moment of laziness can undo every safeguard. So we have to ask, whose responsibility is it when convenience collides with security? Google's for shipping a sharp tool, or ours for refusing to wear the safety gloves? Your move. Have you updated yet? Do you believe sandboxing should be mandatory, not optional? And more provocatively, should AI assistants ever be allowed to execute shell commands at all? Or is that a line we should never cross? Drop your hot takes below. Agreement, outrage, or brilliant workaround. We want to hear it all. About the author, Abira Hashim has spent years translating complex cybersecurity discoveries into stories anyone can understand. When she's not dissecting the latest exploit, you'll find her chasing down 0 days or nerding out over sci-fi tech. Say hi at Abira at latesthacking.news.com.